Today I am honouring the life of John Holt. I feel that he's a man who is worth celebrating for the amazing contribution that he made to the world of education. He was a man that worked as a teacher and found that the practices that were being implemented in classrooms were not helping the process of learning. And he began his process by rethinking the way he approached teaching, and there are enormous lessons that anybody, whether in mainstream education or home education, can glean from the things that he experimented with. But he then later became a champion for the world of home education, and he wrote many books. I was already interested in both teaching and home education before I discovered the work of John Holt, but I very much found myself in him and in his work. He was someone that taught himself lots of skills off his own back. He did take recourse to teachers, but usually in a private setting, and usually for a very small amount of time. The amount of input that we need from teachers is so much less than we are given in school. When one really wants to learn something, one will find ways to learn, and it's about really developing that desire to learn that is what a teacher's, I don't even know if that's what a teacher's function is. It's really just to provide that information which is necessary to set someone on their path if they have been requested. John Holt's work is very broad and very deep. I really identified with a lot of the things that he said, and I was very grateful to discover his work, realizing that 30 or 40 years before I had engaged with the process of teaching and home education, someone had already been through many of the same mistakes, and that's always reassuring. So I convey to you the work of John Holt, and I want to take a moment to celebrate the life and the contribution of this man. That he ended up creating magazines and newsletters that ran for decades, that brought the community of home educators who can experience some isolation, brought them together and helped to foster a culture of people who were engaged in that process. So a moment of silence for John Holt.